Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Garage. I'm Scott, an ordinary guy. I'd like to say hi to the new subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, all of that stuff that we're supposed to say on YouTube. So today's project is on my 66 Chevy street truck. I put a fuel tank in underneath the bed in the frame rails when I built it, and so now I have a hole in the cab of the truck, and I have a filler panel. I'm going to fill that in today. Also, I got my workbench and my toolbox all cleaned up from the whole door dent body filler, I'm going to say debacle, whatever. It's done, it looks better, but that was a lot of dust to clean up. I'm pretty sure that most of the filler that I used, I just swept up. But anyways, that's how we learn. That's how I learn anyways. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, used a little bit of painter's tape and some cardboard. I just spent a bunch of money on glass. So I want to cover up the glass, put a little bit on the mirror as well. I probably don't need to, but one time I did put a new windshield in my S10 and raced it that season, and then over the winter I went ahead and put a different motor in it, and I had to notch the frame, and when I notched the frame, some sparks got on the windshield, and now I got some spots on it on the passenger side. So, you know, anyways, ounce of prevention. So let's go ahead, I got my little cordless steel here, let's go ahead and clean the paint off. I think I'm going to get a little piece of sandpaper and kind of work that inside lip, because it doesn't really get inside. It got the edge, but not the inside. I want to get back a little bit farther so my little tack beads have a place to go. All right, so I got it all prepped right in here. And also, I covered up the door handle too. I mean, this isn't going to really stop much but a stray spark. No big deal. I talked to the guy at the welding supply about buying some of that stick-on paper stuff, and they don't have it. You have to order it. It's really expensive. So we decided just to try some painter's tape just to divert any stray sparks. So what I'm trying to do is I got this magnet on it just to kind of help me pick it up. And I'm going to get in there and I'm going to try to find a happy medium as to where it fits the best. And then of course it's like up a little bit on this side right here, and my plan is to tack a little bit, and then push that in, and then tack there. So I just don't want this protruding above the body of the truck anywhere. So, and it's kind of tough because I'm kind of a nervous person and I tremble. So it's hard to get stuff in the right spot. Even harder to weld one-handed for me. So I'm gonna call that right there what I want. right, so I got it tacked in, and then I went ahead and used the flapper wheel and broke down the tops of the welds. The idea now is to stack tacks on top of the old tacks, or starting with the tack. Put a tack overlapping, a tack overlapping, a tack overlapping, and you're supposed to bounce around on sheet metal so you don't concentrate the heat in too many spots or into one spot. This here's kind of got a curve, it's got a lip, it's not going to distort, but I'm still going to bounce around because, you know, like I had said before, this is a learning experience for me doing the sheet metal. So it's good practice for me, and to develop those habits in here early on the sheet metal is a good deal. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start filling in some of these spots. All right, well, I got it all taken care of here, ground down. I ground it out a little bit more so I'd have room for body filler. So the other thing I did was I took a flashlight and I ran a flashlight around the outside here and looked from the inside to make sure I didn't have any pinholes, because the pinholes will get underneath the body filler, and from, at least that's what the guy at the body shop supply place told me. So anyways, my favorite thing now, body filler. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. Hopefully not too much stuff this time, not too much filler. If I can get it in there. All right, I'll let that set up and I'll come back and sand it down. Okay, well, I got my body filler all done, smoothed it out. Looks good, happy enough with it. Happy enough. So anyways, I got some high build primer I'm gonna put over the top of it and call it good. Well, that's going to be a wrap on that. Got it all done. Looks pretty good. Not perfect, but you know, that's how I roll. Not perfect. Yeah, it's still, I mean, I got some body work to do on the back of the cab. The bed's on. You know, I keep saying I'm going to paint this truck, and I am going to paint this truck. I just don't know when. Maybe a year, maybe 10 years, who knows. But anyways, I'm happy with it. I could put it outside now. If it rains or whatever, I don't worry about water getting in the cab. Between this and the windshield seal, I did a couple of videos back. You know, now I can leave it out there and not worry about it, because, you know, this is Oregon, so it could be in the 90s one week and raining the next week, like what's happening right now. So it'll be outside next week and I don't have to worry about rain getting in it. So anyways, thanks for the new subscribers, and make sure if you haven't subscribed, be one of my new subscribers. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Make sure you like it, make sure you comment, spread, whatever you got to do. And thanks again, and in the meantime, be safe.